So, yes, I made some cold brew from the black strap from Groundworks Coffee. Whoa! No, I should have brewed that instead of cold brew. But it should balance out nicely with the cowboy cookies from Albertsons. How's your milk, guys?
Good.
So you had the chocolate fudge syrup in your milk and you had toffee nut. Alrighty. So, we are going to drop out of jump. Everybody take a moment to imagine the sound effect of dropping out of jump. Mm-hmm. There it is. We are now out of jump. We are in Brindle. Fine. You've set course for the Firefly, where you believe it to be. In fact, you did a long-range scan and found it. Why not?
Do I take a roll for that? Oh, for the jumps, we didn't take any rolls.
That's fine. You've got enough points for the day. So, we need to talk about the Firefly. Let's just say, fine, you arrived at the Firefly, even. Just so we got a nice clear picture in our mind, there is the ship you have approached. Mm-hmm. Now, if we can agree that you are at the Firefly, then now you're concerned that Doulos could show up any moment while you are trying to deal with the Firefly. So, you guys have arrived at the Firefly. We can say all 6 of you are on the bridge, counting Poxo and Hewlett. What is your first concern?
So we want to know, I guess, are there Doulos ships around? What condition is the Firefly in? And how do we get away?
Okay. Well, I mean, again, Vlad had already given some fears. Maybe I should have put that in a previously on. But his concern was that Doulos could arrive any minute while you guys are at the Firefly ship. And you guys have reason to believe that it's the Doulos ship that is the problem, being tracked.
We could just unload everything as quickly as possible. Send the Doulos ship to just fly away on its own.
Hewlett says he would be happy to fly the ship away to a safe distance. And his view is he ain't leaving this ship. He's got enough to answer for with Doulos. He's not going to leave this ship. So, I mean, if you guys all just want to get off the ship, Hewlett will take it to a safe distance.
I think we should stun him. I'm going to stun him.
So what you're saying is we could stun him, put him on the ship, fly him away, and then he can't, alert anybody until he's unstunned.
And then maybe... But we should also probably, blow up the black box or something.
Well, again, that's more an integrated part of the ship. You'd have to,
yeah, that's blowing up.
blow up the engine room or something. I don't know.
Well, we could put, a very tiny piece of C4.
Although the point of a black box is supposed to be that it can be recovered, so...
But
And
it's
survive
disconnected.
crashes and everything.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, as far as me saying it's not detachable, well, that's not the point of a black box. Surely it would be detachable.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get a creative roll to where you could cut it loose and take it with you, or throw it off into space. Or something.
What if we detach it, put C4 on it, throw it out the airlock,
Blow
at a
it
safe
up.
distance, blow it up.
Let's put 5 bricks on it.
Well, you'll run out sooner or later.
Yeah.
You know what? I like that one. Why don't we say we're just gonna cruise through some things. Fine, you got it out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys managed to chuck it out an airlock and blow it up. We won't deal with all the details of how all that happened. We're just gonna breeze through this.
Okay.
So okay, that's taken care of. Now, do we want to say that as you guys approached Firefly, it's like we're watching the screens, Hewlett says, "Oh, there it is," and then he falls over because somebody was ready to stun stick him.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and so you guys, where do you put his breathing body?
I think we put him In the fresher.
in the fresher. All right, laying on the floor.
Yeah.
With his,
I hope Foxo's been keeping the fresher floor. So, all right, he's laying on
we
the
should
floor in the
we
fresher.
should flood the fresher.
So, I want to get to this Firefly.
All right.
So, you guys suited up in your vac suits. You got Poxo into a vac suit. Somebody may have to stun stick him to get him to walk out of an airlock. I just don't know if he'd step out into huge space.
I think I should go to the Firefly first and try to make sure it's like check all the engines, check everything, while everybody else moves the equipment.
Okay, you know you're taking a big chance of Doulos showing up,
Yeah.
but you're gonna try. All right,
Because
because
I think I'll go first.
Yes.
You guys start unloading immediately, and then we'll
Oh, okay. So they're bringing it from the ship to the other ship.
while I'm trying to fix things.
All right. So, by the way, your airlock ramp opens here. This is where you're going to be loading stuff, okay? On the side of the ship, you see one word painted. And that's for everybody. So, Starfarer. We are now going to go to the... Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Well, everybody would at least be seeing the cargo bay. So fine. We'll cover that. So everybody go to the main Doulos page, and you will see there is actually a link there that says the Starfarer.
Okay.
And click on entrance. So the first thing that you would notice is how dirty everything is, how used everything is. This place makes the Millennium Falcon look like a nice hotel. Look at the second picture. You can see Captain Mal standing in front of two doors that slide open with a control pedestal behind him. The next picture shows what it's like behind those sliding doors in the airlock. Now, those red lights is the ramp that would lower down, but he's opening the door in the middle, which you can see in the next pictures. Zoe is opening the door in the middle. That is going to be your standard airlock most of the time, is entering and exiting through that door. Okay? And we will say that you managed to make it through that airlock with no problem whatsoever. Okay? Now, if everybody's got that soaked up,
It's a good thing we have Poxo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
no. The entrance opens into the cargo bay. So hit back and click on cargo bay. And this cargo bay is huge, and there are some various views of it, so you can get an idea of what this cargo bay is like. And look, it has its own mule. Don't look as nice as yours, though, that's for sure. So, let's see here. We might as well... No, let's leave it at that for now. Let's leave it at that for now until everybody is completely aboard this ship. We are going to go back to dealing with Bardak, who made his way to the engine room. Now, we're not going to cover all of those pictures yet. We are going to first let you know what the problems in the engine room are. Let's see. Okay. Bardak. As you look around in engineering and the things you saw along the way, there are certainly hundreds of little things that need to be done. But it doesn't take you long to suss out the main problem is that the power plant has needed maintenance, maybe even a full rebuild, a long time ago. Right now, you have available power, once you turn it on, 74% available power. And that's plus or minus 2 you hope. 3 tops.
Okay.
All right, so your power plant will only work at 74% efficiency, plus or minus 2, 3 tops. So, there is also a handwritten page that has the following information that you will look at on the Hangouts.
Okay.
So, yes, you have a master switch. You can turn on the power plant, try to power the ship up if you want. I've given you all the information you need to make that decision. What would you like to do now?
Do these numbers, what do these numbers mean?
Yeah.
Can I use my
How many of them are there?
engineering skill to try to make sense of this? Intelligence or just engineering?
You can use intelligence.
Okay. 11.
That's the power draws for all the various relays that are here. You've got an array of relays in front of you, switches that you can turn on and off, and they are labeled maneuver drive, jump drive, environmental and life support, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And these are obviously the power draws. Mm-hmm. So if you have 74, and those are the draws for the various systems, ...
What does a vehicle monitoring system mean?
Okay. The vehicle monitoring system, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that the engineer would be able to suss out. It is a network of basic sensors all over the ship, tied into a computer on the bridge. It monitors temperature, pressure, power, light, etc. in every compartment. Mm-hmm. So if there's a fire somewhere, the VMS will know about it.
Okay.
If you have a sudden loss of pressure, etc., etc. It is what makes it possible for you to be able to say, we have a power failure in the cargo deck or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any guns on this ship?
You haven't got that far yet. You're still carrying stuff across. He's in engineering looking at this stuff.
Okay. So we can use the maneuver drive and everything but the jump drive and still be pretty good. So I think what we should do is
Turn the power plant on or not?
yeah, I want to turn everything on but the jump drive.
All right, and what total is that going to give you?
Let's see, 40, 50, 60, 65.
Okay, so do you want to flip the switch that turns on the power plant?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess so.
I have a feeling he's going to blow up the ship.
Well, right now everything's you're doing all your work with flashlights.
Yeah. So, well, we don't need the maneuver drive yet, I suppose.
Or the external sensors.
It might be nice to have external sensors if we need them. I think we should certainly, let's turn on the power for upper deck, lower deck, cargo bay, and environmental and life support.
Well, right now you can see all the switches, all the relays are open. All the switches are turned on the power plant.
Well, I want to turn off maneuver drive, jump drive, external sensors, navigation comms, and then turn on the other stuff.
All right, whatever you're turning on, total it up and post it to the, I don't care which hangout.
So 12, 23. 23.
Okay. So, I had a great sound effect for the power plant coming online and for the ambient ship sounds. And now we're just going to have to use our imaginations. But here's how I can describe the sound is that, wow, you hear metal rattling, you hear clanking. There was even sort of a shudder that went through the ship as it powered on. It doesn't sound like anything is going to blow up or anything, but it certainly doesn't sound healthy. This ship clearly needs lots of work. So you get that power plant on, and you've got green lights on all of those relays. And aside from the fact that this ship doesn't sound healthy, you can report to everybody that you have power for the moment. So, shall we say that this is how long it took them to bring the stuff across? That makes sense to me.
Sure.
And so, yeah, now you'd be able to turn on the gravity in the cargo bay once you get all the stuff aboard. Now, who has the master list of what you're bringing up? It should be on the shared player notes. Bardak's going to have his hands full. Somebody else go to the shared player notes and let's write down what you brought across.
Oh, I already wrote it down.
Did you put down those things that Vlad was saying about reach trucks and mules and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you really bringing your mule?
Why not?
Okay. All right. So, fine. If that list is complete,
Am I missing anything?
I think before we should do some repairs and look around the ship.
oh, we will. But right now you've still got this problem of a Doulos ship parked right outside the Firefly ship.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to enact that part of the plan?
I think we first. Do we need any parts from there so we can do any repairs?
Okay, now you said the list was complete. Somebody had said you were going to be bringing repair supplies, spare parts. That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's spare parts here. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, we can send that ship over there.
All right, let's get rid of it.
All right. So, without too much fanfare, we will say that
Oh, could we take the life buoy too with us?
I suppose,
Okay.
as long as somebody adds it to the list.
Do we not have one on the ship?
Well, it'd be nice to.
Oh, I guess he used it.
It was
Yeah.
his, yeah.
How do you spell
Oh,
movie?
right.
I have no idea.
I was thinking of it more as an escape pod. That's easier to spell.
Or
Is that how you spell buoy?
it looks right.
UOY.
Okay.
Is there a red line beneath it?
No.
If not, you're good. Okay. That ship is sailing off, and I would think you guys would be standing there taking one last look at the place that where this all started. It's been your home for
Like
2 months, etc. And I'll just drive the point home. That's going to be the last time you guys ever see the Doulos ship. That's going to be the last time you ever heard those sound effects, for that matter. Which is why it was so disappointing we didn't have the drop out of jump sound. All right, so we've got 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Yes, you guys would certainly be exploring this ship. So, as you wander to, this is the next thing you come to. There's this huge common area. You've got a table in the center of it. You've got a little kitchenette area. You've got a little chill out place attached to it. Those lockers have dishes and food. You can see pans hanging on the wall. There is the little stove area there. Oh, I see toward the bottom, there's even a view of that little chill out area that's attached to the common area. And then, yes, there's the unusual steps that lead up to the corridor. So there is the common area. Nearby the common area is the infirmary. And it looks like a very nice, modern infirmary with all the mod cons. And yes, the third picture down is more like what your infirmary is looking like at the moment. Pretty trashed. And as you can see in the last picture, you can see that there's a little viewing area attached to the infirmary. They're all looking through the window into the infirmary, okay? And then the one above that, you can see there's a little place where they've managed to lay a second patient when the need arose. So everybody got a good look at the infirmary there?
Looks like a dentist office.
Yeah. There are, I think it's 4 of them. passenger cabins. So if you guys stick with this ship, you will be able to take passengers. And there they are. Now, in the first picture, you can see River walking away from where the guest cabins are, the passenger cabins, okay? And you can see in the second picture, that's what one of the doors to the crew cabin, or to the passenger cabin looks like. And then in the following pictures, I did the best I could getting those very dark pictures of what the inside of a crew cabin is like. It's pretty small. And then the very last picture is somebody's computer rendition of it. And we will see more when we get back from the next bio break.